Thank you for joining Cancer Support Community Atlanta for this program. Please visit our website, cscatlanta.org, for a complete list of live and recorded events. We invite you to sign up for our newsletter to stay connected to all future programs.
Welcome to Pilates class. I'm Jane Myers. For this class, you'll need a mat, maybe some yoga blocks or pillow to sit on top of, and a exercise stretch band if you have one. If you don't have one, you can do the exercises without it, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to start by sitting on your mat on top of your blocks. Or you can sit in a chair if that's better for your body. And we're going to start in this position with our legs in front, the knees together. I'm going to focus on breathing. This is a modified beginner class, and we're going to go through the Pilates basics. So we're going to inhale and feel your rib cage expand out to the side as you're filling up your lungs. Imagine it like your lungs are filling like a balloon is filling up with air, and then you exhale through your mouth, and imagine your rib cage coming inward, contracting those muscles as that balloon deflates. Inhale, expanding. The ribs separate, and then exhale. Your waist narrows. Inhale, expanding. Then exhale, contracting gently. So this is lateral breathing. Lateral breathing is a Pilates breath that we do throughout all the exercises. And we coordinate our breathing with our movements in Pilates. So we can inhale as we expand the arms up and the rib cage out to the side. And then exhale, float the arms down. So each movement has a breath. Inhale and exhale. And I like to cue that, because that's one of the basic concepts, that we're controlling our motion through our breathing, and we're connecting our mind and our body through our breath. It increases that mind-body connection when we stay focused on that, and then exhale down. Very nice. Warming up our shoulders. Shoulder stability is another concept in Pilates. What that means is we're not letting the shoulders round forward. So we're getting rid of that stooped posture. So this is shoulder stability, drawing the shoulders down and back. And we're inhaling, just let the shoulders fall where they will. And then exhale, drop them down and back as you open through your chest. I'll show you from the front. We'll practice that. Inhale, your shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, sliding them down and back. Shoulder stability. Inhale, arms relax. Exhale, lift your chest and drop those shoulders down behind you. And you can visualize the bottom of your shoulder blades going into the opposite back pocket. So like there's an X on your back. Inhale, we relax. Exhale, shoulder blades tuck down and back. Now we're going to bring the arms in front and practice separating the shoulders, drawing them down and back. This is a bigger movement this time with our arms in front of us. Separate your shoulder blades, draw them together. Inhale, we reach away. Exhale, slide them down and back. Thinking tall through our spine. So we're imagining in our mind's eye that the crown of our head is reaching towards the ceiling higher. And we're maintaining a little bit of an arch in our low back. And that's called neutral. We have a little bit of an arch here. It's kind of hard to see. One more, forward, and exhale, down and back. Okay, so now we're going to put those together, breathing into the ribs. We're going to press those knees together and reach the arms in front. Now we're going to drop those shoulders down and back and add an arm motion. Open as we drop the elbows down behind our body. And then reach the fingertips to the center right in front of your breastbone. So we're going to open, exhale, bring the fingertips together and inhale. Exhale to open, inhale to center. Growing tall through our spine. Exhale, open. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale to the center. We'll do one more like that. Exhale, open. Inhale, back to the center. And we'll lower down. So we're going to do a few of these on the floor facing up. We're going to start with our arms in front. Stretch one arm to the ceiling and the other arm reaches down. And then we're going to come back to the center and stretch the other direction. Lift your rib cage. So try not to let your ribs collapse here. We're using our core muscles to create that space through the front of your belly. Inhale, exhale. Now let's pick up the pace. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathe in through the center. Exhale to reach. And the other side, inhale through the center. Exhale through your mouth, reach. Very nice. Now we'll come back and we're going to move into a goalpost position. Imagine your arms are in the shape of a goalpost. We're going to open those elbows behind us. That's our starting position to inhale. And then we're going to stretch those arms into a Y position. Breathe out through your mouth. Inhale in through your nose to goalpost position. And exhale through your mouth. Y. Breathing in. Grow taller. We're using those core muscles to think tall through the spine. Breathing in. Drop those elbows behind you. Exhale, reach. It's very good. Getting that circulation going. Last one. And relax both arms down. Let's just shrug and release. Let go of any tension there. I like to get little stretch breaks in between, which is because this is a modified beginner class. We're going to do rowing next. Arms are by our sides. Rowing, we're going to inhale as we reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, lower your arms down. Inhale, both arms come up. Turn your palms forward and stretch the arms by your side. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Think about your rib cage. Breathe in, your ribs expand. Exhale, they contract. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. And we're going to do our rowing next. We're going to bring those elbows back. Inhale, reach your arms to the center. You can cross your legs this way if that feels better for your hips. So we're inhale, we're going to exhale. Think about that space there. Reach in front and squeeze your shoulder blades together right here. We're bringing those elbows back towards one another. Inhale, reach in front and exhale back. I'll show you from the front. We'll do a few more here. And then we're going to add the band if you like. We're going to exhale, creating that space. Elbows reach behind my body. They don't stop here. They go all the way back, best you can. We'll do one more. Breathe in. And then exhale, reach them back. And back to center. Now we're going to add the band here. Let's do goalpost to Y and then the rowing. So we're going to sit on, you're going to make this so that it's equal length on both sides and then drop it underneath of you. So you're going to sit on the center of your band to anchor it in place. You can bring your legs this way or this way, choosing the one that feels good for you. I'm going to do this way. This feels good for me right now. But if this feels better for you, feel free. All right. So we're going to start in our open arm goalpost position. And we're just holding the band in our hands. Exhale as we reach up. Inhale to draw it back. If you don't have a band handy, just do another set of the ones we did without the band. This is adding challenge to our core, our abdominals and our back muscles, and the shoulders. We'll do 2 more here. So in Pilates, we do 5 to 6 repetitions of each exercise. We're not doing lots of reps. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. And last one, exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. And then we'll lower that back down. Let's just relax our arms here. We'll do a little massage. Maybe come up to your shoulder, and if you find any tense areas, massage as we rest. Getting rid of any tight areas. And now we're going to do our rowing. I like to bring my legs this way with rowing just because it's a little bit easier. The legs aren't in the way. So we're going to relax our posture and then sit up straight. So you're thinking about that, creating that space between your pelvis and your ribs. We're not letting it collapse. We're creating that space. Keep that space there. And your rib cage stays down. So we're going to hold on to the end of our band, equal on both sides, best you can. Start with your elbows here. And this is called rowing. Inhale, we reach the arms in front of us. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Keeping your ribs down. Exhale, circle wide. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let's do a couple more. Breathe in. Exhale. Think about the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling. Circle. Very nice. Last one, breathing in, grow taller. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. And exhale, circle around. Okay. Then we'll come off to that band. We're going to transition into our last arm and resistive exercise sitting, and that is rowing. This is our low row. And we're going to extend our legs straight this time. And think about energy into your legs, drawing the abdominals in. Lift that rib cage away from your pelvis so you're in a good posture. Draw the elbows back behind your body. Breathing in, extend your arms in front. Exhale. Each time you reach back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Exhale. Slide those shoulder blades together, working the muscles in the upper back to help us have good posture and to prevent rounded shoulders. We'll do one more. And release. Just going to go ahead and put our band off to the side, maybe here in the front, and we're going to come off of our blocks. Put them to the side, and we're going to transition to hands and knees to warm up our spine. So you're going to bring your knees directly under your hips and as wide as your hips. And place your hands directly under your shoulders. So try not to have your hands, out or in. You just want a good alignment right here. So we're in good alignment. We're going to start with arching our neck and low back and inhale. And then drop the crown of your head, tucking the tailbone under. Exhale. So just tucking under from your pelvis and your head is relaxed. Look up gently, arching your low back and neck. Inhale in through your nose. And then let the crown of your head relax towards the floor and tuck the tailbone under. This is where we exhale. Inhale, come back up. Inhaling into your nose. And then exhale and tuck under. Relax your neck. And we'll do 2 more. Breathing in. Exhale. Navel to spine. Tilt the pelvis. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. And then we'll end with our back straight and we're looking straight in front of us. Drop your shoulders away from your ears in shoulder stability. So try not to let this collapse happen. We're pushing away from the floor, activating these muscles to keep the shoulders down. Keeping the shoulders stable, we're going to lift our right arm up so our thumb's pointing to the ceiling and extend your left leg back. Toe on the floor, easier. Lifting up to hip height, more challenging. Reach your fingertips away from your feet, stretching and breathing. Try not to let your hip hike up. Keep it level like this. Level here. And we'll lower back down and do the other side. Shoulders stable. Your belly button's pulled up and in. And extend our left arm out and the thumb pointing towards the ceiling. The right leg reaches back and then we lift up and we're balancing. If this is too hard, just lower your toe down and do it in this version. And that's an easier challenge than this. Breathing and balancing. We'll lower the toe down, then your knee, then your hand. And then we're going to take the weight off of our wrists, put it into our knees as we do a modified shell here. Or a full shell with the knees bent. If your knees don't like this, here's your modification. We're going to take 3 slow breaths in shell position. Feel your ribs expand as you breathe in, and then contract as you breathe out. Separate your ribs as you inhale like you're filling up a balloon. And then exhale through your mouth. Feel the ribs collapse inward like the balloon is deflating. We'll do 1 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Release. We'll come back up to hands and knees now. And we're going to put our wrists right under the shoulders, knees right under our hips. We're going to do a pushback, working on the seat muscle, the glute. We're going to bring our knee into the chest. Flex your ankle and press it back. So breathe in, exhale, reach it back. And in, exhale, reach that heel. You're flexing your ankle, pressing the heel to the wall behind you each time you exhale. And we're really targeting our glutes, our seat muscle here. Exhale. And inhale, exhale, reach that leg away. Last one, inhale, exhale, reach back to center. So our goal here is to keep our pelvis level, navel in, shoulders down away from our ears. And now we'll do the other leg. Breathe in as your knee comes in, exhale, flex your ankle, press it back. Breathing in, exhale, reach. This is good challenge to our arms as we're putting weight into the upper arms. It's very good for bone building if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis. Exhale, reach, inhale. Exhale, reach, inhale. Last one. And back to center. Now we're going to come up to kneeling. Now, not everybody's comfortable kneeling. And if that's you, you can have a cushion underneath your knee, a pillow, or you can do this sitting in a chair. So you can pause the video and get a chair and sit down and do it in a chair if that's better for your body. So let's shrug both shoulders up by our ears and drop them down away from your ears. And we're going to bring the arms to the front. And tuck your chin back so your ears line up with the center of your shoulder. So if your head's forward, we're going to bring it back. So we're starting in good alignment in our neck and our upper body and our chest. Open up your chest. Now we're going to bring the arms to the front, and this is called chest expansion. We're going to reach the arms back and expand through your chest. And we're going to turn and then come back to the middle, turn, come back to the middle, and then reach the arms back. So that's the full sequence. We're going to tighten the glute muscles, inner thighs, lower abdominals. So those muscles in the center of your body are working too as you're expanding your chest. Reach the arms back, opening up through the front of your body. Look to the side, back to the center, to the other side, and then back to the center. So we started looking to the right first. Now we're going to come back and look to our left side first, then to the right. Arms float to the center and exhale. Inhale, open through your chest. Feel the muscles in the back of your shoulder working here. Look to your left and right, and back to the center. And last one. Up tall, create that space between the ribs and your pelvis. Left and right, and exhale. And we'll lower back down here. Okay, so that's our chest expansion. I really like that one to open up the front of the body, getting the shoulders moving. So some more, we're going to do our half roll back next. Half roll back, we're going to hold on to our legs here. And we're just going to come back, hinging back, keeping these muscles pulled in. So our pelvic floor muscles pull up like a Kegel, and our belly button pulls in. And then we're just going to help with our hands to come back up. We'll do that 3 times. Coming back, scoop the abdominals in here, and then come back up. Inhale as we come back, and exhale back up. Now, this time you can do, your hands can be lightly on your legs or maybe not holding on at all if it's comfortable for your body. And then up. And inner thighs pressing inward, press the knees together, pelvic floor and lower abdominals, back up. Easier version, hands are helping. Coming back, it's our last one. And back up to the straight. Now we're going to lower down with control, using your arms to help if you need to, and we'll stop here. We have a little bit of an arch in our low back. You can see I could slide my hand between my back and the floor. There's a little arch there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see my hand can fit. And that little arch, when we have that arch, that's normal natural curve to our low back, and it's called neutral pelvis. We're going to inhale in neutral, then exhale, draw your belly button in. So your back flattens a little bit, not a lot, doesn't jam into the floor, but it comes closer to the floor. Inhale back to neutral as you relax your belly. And then exhale through your mouth. Sink the belly towards the floor so that space gets a little smaller in the low back. Inhale back to neutral with a little arch in your low back. Exhale through your mouth. Working on this area. These abdominal muscles are pulling and compressing downward. Inhale back to neutral. Relax this area. And exhale, draw them in. And we'll do one more. Inhale, release. And exhale, pull it in. I'm going to keep those engaged as we bring the right leg up off the floor, and then the left leg up off the floor. And then we're going to lower the right leg down and the left leg down. So we're going to lift up, breathe in, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, left. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Now we're going to do toe dips. Bring your right leg to tabletop, breathe in through your nose. Exhale, left leg to tabletop, breathe out. Now we're going to keep this position if you're able, pressing into the floor with your chest open. And lower your right leg down as you dip the toe down towards the front. Exhale back to center. Inhale, left leg comes down. Exhale back up to center. Breathe in right. Exhale center. Inhale left. Exhale back to center. Notice I'm not doing this. That's easier. Moving from the hip. And last one. If this is too hard, just lower your foot all the way down like the first set where we did this. That's our easier version. It's a good place to start if these are too hard. Now we're going to extend both legs straight and reach the arms up all the way overhead. So the thumbs are pointing to the floor and the pinkies reach towards the ceiling as you open through the whole center line of your body. Breathe and stretch here. Lengthening our muscles that we just challenged here and in the front of the hips. Lower hands down and bend your knees. And we're going to do the next exercise. It's called leg circles. But before we do that, we're going to use our band to stretch our leg. If you don't have a band, you can always use a belt, or you can use the strap of the robe, a robe belt, which is about this long. If you have a bathrobe, take the belt of that off and use that. It's usually longer than a regular belt. So we're going to start with by bending our knee here in towards our chest, holding onto the band, and then we're just going to gently stretch our legs straight, using the band and hands to help. The other knee is bent like this. And if you can straighten this leg, if you have good flexibility in your low back, feels comfortable. And that'll deepen the stretch. But if that doesn't feel good for your back, this is our modification. Bend the knee. We're going to inhale as we bend the knee in, and then exhale, just extend the knee straight. And one more, inhale, and exhale, extend it straight. Let's just switch legs now. And hold on here. We'll do the other side. Inhale and exhale, reach. So this other leg can be straight or a deeper stretch, or this, you can bend it. So that puts a little bit of an arch and release to your low back with the knee bent. So please choose the version that feels comfortable and good for your body. And we'll do that last one. And as always, if any of the exercises don't feel good, you can just take a break or just do it a little bit slower. Sometimes that makes it easier. We're going to bring the right leg to tabletop, left, and bring it to the ceiling. If your hamstrings still feel tight, like they're pulling, you can bend the knee. This is our easier version. More challenging version would be to straighten it as much as you can as you're reaching your toe to the ceiling. Leg circles is a basic Pilates move where we're keeping the pelvis anchored. We're going to circle this leg in a small circle, maybe the size of a basketball. Sometimes when you're beginning, it's good to have your hands gently on each hip bone to keep it level. And that helps you focus on the muscles in the lower belly to keep the stability in your pelvis as you move your leg independent from it. So the breathing, we're inhaling as we begin our circle, and we're exhaling to finish. And we'll stop at the top and reverse direction. Breathe in as you begin your circle to circle away from you. And then exhale, circle towards you. These lower abdominal muscles are engaged towards the spine, towards your belly, towards the floor. Activating to keep that stability in your lower back. And now we'll do the other side. Bring the other leg here reach it up towards the ceiling where you stretched it with the band. If it's too tight or your back feels like it's pulling, keep the knee bent. We're going to circle our leg towards the other leg, down and around and back up to the top. Breathe in to begin your circle. Exhale to finish. Your arms can be by your sides, pushing gently into the floor. Or, like I said earlier, you can hold on just to remind you to use these muscles to keep the pelvis stable and still. Try not to let it rock side to side with your leg. Stop at the top, reverse direction, and inhale. Down and around and back up to the top to exhale. So it's one full breath cycle, in and out with each circle. That's that flowing synergy. You're creating synergistic movement between breath and movement. So it's flowing and you're connecting mind to body through the breath. We'll finish that and extend both legs and both arms, stretching the hips and the whole front of your body. So from here, we're going to bring our hands down and bend our knees. And I'm going to have you bring your arms in that goalpost position like we practiced earlier. And that's our inhale. And your arms might not come down flat like this if you're tight through the front of your body, depending on if you've had surgery or any stiffness or any other injury here. So it's okay to have your arms up off the floor like this for the beginning. And as you get more flexible, you might be able to do this closer to the floor. So we're going to inhale and drop those arms down and back. Exhale, reach into your Y position. Inhale back to goalpost position. Exhale, reach into Y. Think about this part of your ribs. Try not to let your back arch. We're going to contract those muscles in the side of your waist to keep the rib cage down on the mat. Inhale, slide to your goalpost. Exhale, reach. Keeping this connection here. Inhale, goalpost. Exhale, reach. The back of the arms coming towards the floor as we're stretching through the front of our chest. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, reach. Good. And then we'll lower the arms down by our sides. All right, let's roll over onto our side and then come onto our elbows. We're going to transition in all positions here. Face up, face down, kneeling, all of these positions. So if you have any back discomfort in this position, you can place a towel or something or a small flat pillow underneath your pelvis, or you can reach the elbows out in front of you. That's a gentler stretch to the back if you need that modification. If you're comfortable, you can bring your elbows right under your shoulders. And we're just going to bring the chin to the chest and inhale with your nose and then exhale, gently look up where it's comfortable for your neck. Breathing in to nod and then exhale, come up. We'll do a couple more like that. Inhale as we nod. Exhale up, opening up through the whole center line of your body. And last one. Back up to center. Now we're going to come back. We're going to come all the way down and reach the arms by our legs. Our palms are facing our legs, thumbs touching your mat, and the pinkies pointing towards the ceiling. So we're not letting the shoulders round like this. We're turning them. Drop those shoulders down and back with your thumbs here. So draw your navel in, inhale, and then exhale, we're going to lift and hover our body in a straight line from the crown of our head to the feet. Inhale and hold, and then exhale and lower back down to rest. To prepare, draw your shoulders down and back and your belly button in, and then exhale, lift and hover just your upper body. Notice how I'm not looking up like this. That's bad for your neck. Keep your gaze straight in front of you, and your nose just comes off the mat about an inch as you're looking straight in front of you, and then lower back to the floor. That's better for your neck to keep this alignment. Inhale, draw your navel in. Exhale to lift and hover. Square your shoulders away from the mat. Draw the shoulders down and back here. Lower back to the floor to release. We'll do one more. Breathe in. Draw your navel in. Square your shoulders. Exhale, lift and hover your upper body and arms. Breathing. And then lower to the floor. These sequences are the warm-up for breaststroke motion. Breaststroke is a standard beginner level Pilates exercise. Top of our feet are on the floor. We draw the belly button in, breathe in. Exhale, we lift and hover our head and chest. Hands can be on the floor or hovering. We're going to stretch out into T, arms into T, back to W, and lower to the floor. If this is too hard, your hands can be sliding on the floor with the weight of your arms supported by the floor. Breathe in, we lift and hover the upper body. Exhale, reach the arms out into our T. Inhale, back to W. Exhale, lower to the floor. Breathe in, we lift and hover. Exhale, reach out, keeping the shoulders in shoulder stability. Inhale, back to our W. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, we lift to hover. This works our back muscles. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, back in. And exhale, lower down. We're going to take a little break here by pushing away from the floor. So push away. Bring the knees in. And we're just going to let our head relax here. We're relaxing the back of our neck and the muscles in between our shoulder blades that we just worked. These exercises really help balance our body. We do so much in life forward, and these muscles don't get used very often, especially in this position against gravity. So that's why it's a really good one to help balance our body. So let's go ahead and walk back down. We stretched out the muscles we were just working. And then we're going to come back to our W position. And your top of your feet are on the floor. Your belly button's pulling away from your spine. Shoulders are down away from the ears. We're going to lift and hover our upper body. This time we're going to stretch out into the Y position. Draw the elbows back to W. And then lower back to the floor. Remember, the hands can be pressing into the floor, so the weight of your arms are supported by the floor if that's better for your body. Or you can hover. Breathe in. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, back in. Exhale, release, relax. Top of our feet stay on the floor, belly button pulls away, lift and hover. Exhale, reach out. As we stretch the arms into the Y, we're working the back muscles a little bit lower down in the back. Come back to inhale, exhale, lower down. It's inhale, lift, exhale, reach out. Inhale in, exhale, lower down. And we'll push back up and back into shell stretch. So this shell stretch is modified with my knees slightly bent. And then this is the full shell stretch. So you can modify it with not bending the knee that much, or you can come all the way down if that's comfortable. And we're thinking about the breath going into the rib cage. Expand your ribs as you breathe into your nose. Contract your ribs as you exhale through your mouth. Like you're filling up a balloon right here. Inhale. And that balloon deflates as we exhale.
And we'll do one more. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, contracting. And we'll come all the way up. And we're going to do one more all the way down. We're going to do opposite arm and leg raise on our belly this time. Let's stretch the arms out in front of us with thumbs pointing up. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Draw your navel in. We're going to lift the right arm and left leg off the floor. Stretch your fingertips to the front and your toes to the back, like someone's pulling your fingertips and your toes in opposite directions. And then lower back to the floor. Inhale in through your nose to prepare. And then exhale, lift your left arm, right leg. Stretching your fingertips away from your toes. We're not lifting this leg so high that it hurts the back. Just keep it to where you feel it's working your glute, but not your low back. And lower down. Inhale, lift right arm, left leg. Reach, reach, reach. Lower down. And left arm, right leg, lift. Reaching. And lower down. We'll do one more each side. Right arm, left leg, reach. And lower down. And left arm, right leg, reach. And lower down. And we'll push back. And come all the way up to sitting facing front. We're going to do spine twist next. Spine twist is a standard Pilates exercise. It's definitely one that most classes include. So I'm going to review that with you now. You can sit in a chair, or you can transition to sit on top of your pillows or yoga blocks like I have. I have two next to one another. This gives you a little more room when they're next to one another like that. And we're up a little bit higher up off the floor. It's just a little bit easier. It's a bit easier to get the right ankle, neutral pelvis, is what we're aiming for here. It's a lot harder sitting straight on the floor and keeping that little arch, which is the natural curve that we're aiming to do. It's healthy for your low back. So we're going to start with a modified version of spine twist with our arms straight out to the side, but hands here. And we're going to exhale our air as we turn to the right and look to the right, and exhale 3 times as we turn. And then inhale in through your nose, come back to the center as you grow tall through your spine. And then we're going to turn. Inhale back to the center. And turn. Inhale back to the center. Exhale. Inhale back to the center. Try not to let the legs move. We're keeping those inner thighs connected here. And turn. Going a little further each time you exhale your air out of your lungs. Inhale back to the center and release those arms. So just relax your arms. We're going to reach the arms out to the side for the full spine twist now. So we're going to turn, exhale, exhale, exhale. Breathe in, back to center. And inhale, back to center. Try not to let the arms get ahead. Keeping the body and arms in a straight line as we turn. Inhale, filling our lungs to grow taller through our spine. Exhale. Inhale. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And we'll lower those arms down. Okay. I'm going to come off the blocks. I'm going to do a couple more before we finish. And I'm going to do 100. 100 is another one of those exercises that most Pilates classes include. And we're just going to make our way back down onto our back. And I'm going to show different versions of 100. 100, we breathe in through the nose, 5 quick breaths, and out through the mouth, 5 quick breaths, working deep core muscles as we do. So you're blowing out like you're blowing through a straw. So we're inhaling, See all those muscles working. Exhale. And even if you do just this, that breathing is working core. Easier version, our feet are down. More challenging, our feet can be lifted this way or in tabletop. And we're going to pump our arms. So we'll practice that now. So our arms are straight and we're moving from our shoulder. So what I see people do a lot is like basketball, like you're kind of bending at the wrist. We're not bending at the wrist. Our arms stay this way. And we're just pumping down this way. Keep your chest open. And imagine there's a spring under your arm and you're just bouncing off that spring. So we're inhaling in through our nose and out through our mouth while we're bouncing off that spring. Your head can be down. Full Pilates, sometimes people lift their head, but that's hard to do if you have any neck problems. Some people have your hand behind their head and do it that version, and that's perfectly fine. Or if your neck isn't good in this position, you can keep it on the floor. Our legs can be down or they can be in that tabletop position that we did earlier. And then if your back gets tired or legs get tired at any time, just lower your feet. So it's called 100 because we were pumping our arms 100 times. Inhaling 5 breaths in, exhaling out 5 breaths. That's one cycle 10 times, which makes 100. So you can choose the legs down or tabletop and head up, supported or down. Lots of variations here. So we're going to pump and breathe. In 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. As we're pumping those arms, we're keeping the belly flat. Try to draw the navel in. We have a little arch in our low back. So I'm just going to lower my head down. My neck's getting tired, so I'm not overworking my neck. Remember, you can lower your feet down at any time you need to, if this is too much for you. And this is 92, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll lower everything down. Slowly, try not to crash the legs down. We're going to extend the legs straight and extend the arms overhead, stretch through the whole front line of our body. And breathe here. Lengthening through the whole front of your body. And we'll lower the hands down. Bend our knees. Transition over onto our side. And push up to center. And we're going to do our final stretch, which is mermaid stretch. So you can sit on your mat or on top of your blocks. Up to you. I'm going to sit on my mat, but certainly if you need to sit on a pillow, you can do this in a chair. We're going to open up our chest here by reaching our fingertips back. And we're going to reach one arm up and inhale into our nose. Going to stretch over. Your hand can be supporting here. Stretch. Inhale, reach that arm up. And then exhale, we float it down. Breathe in as we reach the other arm up. Exhale to stretch over. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, float the arm down. So the breath flows in synchrony with your motion. It's nice and smooth. We're gliding the muscles, the fascia, all the soft tissues in our body here. Breathing. And we'll do one more. Breathing into your nose. Exhale through your mouth over. Inhale back up to center. And exhale lower down. In Pilates, we strengthen and stretch at the same time. So that's why we don't take a lot of stretching at the end, because we're stretching throughout the whole class. Breathing in, lengthening our muscles. Exhale. And we're going to do one more. Breathe in as we open. And exhale and lower down.
And that concludes our class. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for joining Cancer Support Community Atlanta for this program. If you're interested in other live or recorded programs, please visit the online program tab of our website, cscatlanta.org, or follow us on Facebook. We'll be sharing additional information on upcoming programs.